You can study for free for both undergraduate and graduate degrees at public universities in Germany. This is true for international students worldwide. The only fees required are called administration fees that cost around 100 to 200 euro per year. These fees are dedicated to student services, covering costs for bus tickets to the universities, student cafeteria, and more. If you want to study for free in Germany, we will simplify the steps you need to take in this video. By the way, if you're new here, subscribe to our channel for interesting videos like this. Number 1. Choose a university. You can't study in Germany for free if you don't have a destination. The German Academic Exchange Service (DAAD) has a database of almost 17,000 programs available to search from, including 88 programs in English. You should also consider the latest ranking of the top universities in Germany while making your decision, or check the latest QS World University Ranking by subject to find the top German institutions in your field. When choosing a university and a course, you should also make sure the course content suits you. Check the information provided on the official website of universities you are considering and get in touch to request for more details if needed. Number 2. Sort out your finance. In order to fulfill student visa requirement, you would need to show proof that you have or have access to around 7,908 euro per year. That's 8,722 US dollars, or 659 pounds. That's $727 per month to cover your living cost. Although you may find you need more depending on your lifestyle and spending habits. The average student spends 800 euro, that's 877 US dollars a month. If you're concerned about the cost, there are scholarships available to support students studying in Germany at various study levels, including undergraduate level, despite the tuition itself being free. To find them, go to www.afterschoolafrica.com. 3. Start applying. For most students, you can apply directly to international office of the university. Alternatively, you can also use the website www.uni-assist.de, a centralized admission portal for international students run by the German Academic Exchange Service (DAAD). Although not all universities use this, you may wish to apply for several universities separately to increase your chances of being admitted. It is recommended to submit application at least 6 weeks before the deadline to ensure time for corrections or additions if any information is missing. You should expect to receive a formal acceptance or rejection approximately 1 to 2 months after the deadline has passed. The specific documents required and application process will be set by each institution, but you will typically be asked to submit a certified copy of your high school diploma or previous degrees and any other relevant qualification in the original language, a translated overview of your course modules and grades, a passport photo, a copy of your passport, personal information and photo ID page, proof of language proficiency, a test certificate or equivalent. Make sure you provide all the documentation requested and check that you have filled out all your information correctly before submitting your application. An application fee may be charged. Number 4. Get a German student visa. The requirement for obtaining a student visa for Germany depends on your country of origin. You can find an overview of the countries for which a student visa is or isn't required on the Foreign Federal Office's website. You can also find information on how to get and prepare for visa interviews on our YouTube channel. 5. Find accommodation. Most German universities do not offer accommodation to enrolling students. Rent is likely to be your biggest monthly expense, and this will vary depending on which part of the country you live in. So sorting out your accommodation early is imperative. When looking for accommodation in Germany, you should consider student residence, shared accommodation or an apartment. An unshared apartment is the most expensive choice, and this will generally cost in the region of around 350 euro to 400 euro, that's 386 US dollars to 441 US dollars a month. Shared accommodation is the most popular form of accommodation and would be cheaper at around €280, that's $309 a month, while student residents are cheaper yet again at around €240, that's $265 a month. Hostels are cheap alternatives if house hunting is proven difficult. Number 6. Enroll. Enrollment is the turning point. It is when your status changes from applicant to student. Without enrollment, you can't start your course and use university facilities such as the library. You would also need to re-register before the start of every semester. This usually costs between €150 and €250, that's $165 to $275. Depending on the university, you may need to enroll in person or simply email or post the necessary document before a certain deadline. Number 7. Time to settle in. Congratulations, you should now be all set to begin your studies in Germany. Don't forget to pack all essentials as well as arrange a few more important affairs if you haven't already. Once you have found accommodation, you must register with the local registration office of your city. Once registered, you would receive a document confirming your registration at that address, which you can then use for the next step. Get a student bank account. Most banks offer this for free, and it will make managing your regular payments, such as accommodation, much easier. You should open this account as soon as possible and ensure you have enough money in the meantime. If you'd like to find a part-time job while you study, you can do so if you're a full-time EU or EEA student with no restriction on where or when you can work. If you're a full-time student from outside of the EU, you'll be limited to working up to 90 days full-time or 180 days part-time per year. Upon gained work in Germany, you should contact the German Employment Office to learn about the legal conditions. Number 8. Subscribe. You enjoyed this video, didn't you? This is why you're still listening to this point.